Nuestra Señora de la Subterránea de Nieva. The Virgin of Nieva of Caloocan garnered much devotion for centuries, yet for some time around the 1970s, controversy and confusion arose due to the misinterpretation of her title that somehow contributed to the dwindling of the devotion to her. However, in the recent declaration of the current Bishop of Caloocan, the era of confusion finally ended when he released a decree to correct the errors of the past that caused the devotion to the Virgin of Caloocan, and in the hopes to restore the devotion to the Virgin de Nieva of Caloocan to its former glory. For centuries, the Virgin of Caloocan Cathedral was known in her title as Nuestra Señora de Nieva, in connection to the flourishing devotion of Our Lady under this title in Segovia, Spain, and in Binondo, Manila. It is, however, that sometime in the late 1970s, in an attempt to translate the said title, the people have been led to the title Our Lady of Snows, which is entirely different devotion from the former, which originated from Marian devotion in Spain, while the latter is on the Papal Basilica of Mary Major in Rome. The devotion to the Virgin de Nieva de Caloocan might not be as popular as she was in her contemporaries. Our Lady continues to shower her children graces from her Son and gives her mantle of protection to her chosen throne in Caloocan. Nuestra Señora de la Subterránea de Nieva, ipanalangin mo kami! Virgen Milagrosa de Orani. The Virgin carries the child Jesus in her left arm, and instead of the usual rosary in the right arm, she holds a cane as well as a scepter, while a rosary hangs around her neck. The Christ child holds a globe in his left hand, while extending his right arm in a blessing. The statue is made out of wood, fully sculpted in the round, including the clothes. In the actual statue, she was garbed in blue mantle that extends from her back and is stuck in her waist, and wears a white robe that was originally red but was repainted at a later date. A white veil covers her head in the manner of Jewish women at the time of Jesus. The Dominican friars brought with them the miraculous image of the Nuestra Señora del Santísimo Rosario, a custom followed by the Dominican order in all their new missions in keeping with their calling to promote the devotion of the Holy Rosary. Since the arrival of the Virgin in Bataan Peninsula, numerous miracles were already recorded in the annals of the Dominican order, and later the shrine and the volume continues to increase as more miracles were being reported up to this day. It was due to these reported miracles over the centuries that she would be later called by the locals and her devotees as La Virgen de Milagrosa. La Virgen Milagrosa de Orani, ipalalangin mo kami! Nuestra Señora de la Rosa de Makati. Miraculous image of Virgin de la Rosa was the vestir image of the Blessed Virgin Mary holding the child Jesus in one arm while holding a rose in another. The devotion to the Virgin of the Rose might be traced back to in an ancient times of her ancient title, Rosa Mystica. The unique devotion of the Virgin was also believed to be based. The Virgin's title was derived from Lucca, Italy, where the Virgin appeared to a deaf-mute shepherd, and he saw that 3 roses were found in the arms of Our Lady. And when he announced the news of the apparition, he was cured and was able to speak. The people of Lucca celebrated the apparition and the miracle perpetually on January 30. The image of the Virgin of the Rose was brought to the Philippines from Mexico by Father Juan Delgado in August 10, 1718. via Manila-Acapulco Galilean trade through the Galilean Sacra Familia. One of the most unique features of the image is that there is a special reliquary that is located in the chest of the image, which encases a very special relic, an actual strand of hair of the Blessed Virgin Mary while she was still on earth. Despite the loss of the relic and the original parts of the image, and the challenge to keep up with the city's rapid advancement, the devotion to the Virgin de la Rosa remains living heritage, especially with the staging of the annual Baile de los Arcos, the term coined by Don Alejandro Roses during her feast day every June 30. Nuestra Señora de la Rosa de Makati, ipanalangin mo kami! Madonna Salus Infirmorum. The image of Madonna Salus Infirmorum, or Maria, kagalingan ng may sakit, is a replica of the famed image that is venerated by the Camillian order in Italy, known as Madonna del Salud. The icon presents the typical early European Madonna and child icon where the Blessed Virgin Mary was holding the child Jesus like those in early Eastern icons. The Virgin's hand is in her breast while the child Jesus is in gesture of teaching where he holds a book. The Virgin wears a green long veil and robe while the child Jesus longs wear a golden robe. Both mother and child wear crowns. At the outset, it was placed on the high altar of the church with the frame of gold. This project was carried out by Joseph and Giovan Battista Luraghi. The main feature of the chapel is its simplicity and emphasis of this holy image. The title of Mary, Health of the Sick, is the title of Saint Camillus, adapted because of his belief that Mary interceded in his life and his founding and formation of his religious order. He spared no effort to instill within his followers a deep love and respect for her. He believed that every grace that came from the God came through the Virgin Mary, who called the treasuries of all graces. Madonna Salus Infirmorum, ipanalangin mo kami. Ay, mali! Nuestra Señora del Santísimo Rosario, la Naval de Manila. The image of Our Lady of La Naval, whose feast is celebrated every second Sunday of October, is a 16th century ivory and wood statue enshrined at the Santo Domingo Church, formerly the national shrine of Our Lady of the Holy Rosary in Quezon City. The image, its regalia, and the Santo Domingo Church complex have been designated National Cultural Treasure of the Philippines by the Philippine government in 2009 as amongst the country's cultural properties. In 1646, naval forces of the Dutch Republic made several repeated attempts to conquer the Philippines in a bid to control trade in Asia. The combined Spanish and Filipino forces who fought were said to have requested the intercession of the Virgin through the statue prior to battle. The precious jewels, gems, were donated by the students and faculty at the University of Santo Tomas for the coronation of October 1907. This form part of the image large collection of the elaborate jewels, some of which date to the 70s and continuously accumulated to this day. On the day of the coronation, October 5, 1907, crowds gathered in the plaza in Intramuros despite the rains, and it was a jubilant day of her devotees and for the nation that she continuously protects. Nuestra Señora del Santísimo Rosario, La Naval de Manila, ipanalangin mo kami. Nuestra Señora de Aranzazu. The Virgin of Aranzazu became a beacon hope to the people of San Mateo, for she is known as the advocate against natural calamities, especially typhoons and earthquakes, healer of the sick, comforter of the afflicted, among others. In June 11, 1469, in the mountains of Alonia in Onit, Spain, while tending sheep, Rodrigo saw the Blessed Mother on the top of a thorn tree and asked him to build a chapel in the place in her honor and promised protection and graces to the people. The decree of the canonical coronation was promulgated on June 17, 2016 by the Prefect of Congregation for Divine Worship and the Discipline of the Sacraments, Robert Cardinal Sara. Nuestra Señora de Aranzazu, ipanalangin mo kami. Nuestra Señora del Buen Suceso. The image of the Lady of Good Events, or Nana Siso to the locals, is that of a wooden head, hands, and child Jesus of dark hue. The image is done in the De Bastidor style and meant to be vested with real clothing. The face of the Virgin is smiling, though there are numerous accounts of the change of her expression in certain situations, young and ruddy cheeks, that the beholder will be at awe whenever they see the image. The child Jesus is also a dark hue and equally charming, though apparently the child Jesus was later added and there was used to be an ivory niño that the Virgin carried, but the child was stolen and the new niño was replaced and painted with the same complexion of the Virgin. Both mother and child were richly embroidered vestments and a metal plate for special occasions. Because of the graces Nana Siso granted their devotees, one fiesta is not enough to satisfy the devotees to give honor to the harbinger of good events. She celebrates 3 feasts, and the enthronement feast of the August 10, the canonical coronation anniversary on September 8, and the traditional patronal feast of November 29, the eve of the feast of Saint Andrew the Apostle, the titular patron of the shrine, and these fiestas are well attended from within and outside Parañaque City. Nuestra Señora del Buen Suceso, ipanalangin mo kami.